Welcome to the Refractor Line, live every Monday and Wednesday, 5:30 Eastern.
Pull the big one!
The Refractor Line, going live now.
Hey guys, what's up? You got Mark here, you got Matt, you got Doug in the cave. How's
Doug
everybody doing in the Doug cave?
Yeah, I mean, I love the Doug cave. You know, I was going to be there today, but I didn't want, play better, be safe than sorry, right, gang? So, I mean, we'll be back Monday. Unless it snows a lot, then I'll be back in the fucking cave Monday. And I'll get to come out of the cave the next Wednesday, which will be, that'll be like...
more than anything, like, I feel like these remote shows are good for us because living in the Chicagoland area, just the Midwest in general, like, we're going to get a lot of snow at some point.
Yeah.
So it's best to kind of, like, wean our viewers into, like, this setup because they're going to get it at some point, whether they like it or not.
Well, because the Doug cave is pretty dope. I mean, it's just basically a concrete basement, but I got a table...
And you got a blanket behind you.
I think there should be a big green circle.
Dude, one day I'll take this blanket down the show, but I can't do it now. But it is a Tommy, I think it's Tommy Hilfiger. And it's, if you look at it, it looks like it's made out of pants. Because on the other side, there's like pockets and shit. Like pants pockets.
Do you remember?
They had too much denim and they're just like, fuck it.
Do you remember when we were in high school when Tommy Hilfiger overalls were a big thing?
Oh, God. Yeah, I mean... That was a bad look then.
That was weird.
Kids are buying that shit today, though. You're seeing kids today try to rock that stuff, and it's like, dude, we look bad. You're taking all of our bad shit, and you're trying to make it a thing, and just don't do that.
Yeah,
don't do it.
The overall thing.
I never had a pair of overalls. Never.
Oh yeah, no, it was a phase, man.
It certainly was.
Yeah. Oh jeez, I was like right
I was
around
never.
There where it was like, I think my older brothers like pushed me out of it and said, no, you're not getting overalls. What's up, Unprofessional? What's up, Hamwich? Michael, what's going on? Funko Digital Pops. We'll start off with that soon.
Yeah, man. I'm jazzed, guys. I am jazzed coming off that drop. Right, I was feeling bad, Mark, but you know what? Things turned around for me because I only got the 2-packs. I wasn't going to spend a lot. My goal was just to kind of get waxed and buy other Funkos, but then I just got into it. We'll talk about it in a few minutes here when we start the show. But Mark, there's a fun kind of out to this, even if you don't pull something, right? I mean, that's what we're going to talk about. It was a fun drop. It was a fun drop.
And I think the TRL family did awesome on it. So, I saw a lot of people posting their legendary pools. The Grail, I think it was Christo who got, like, I spent $100, I got 3. It was like, all right, dude. Like,
Alan.
You're showing, like, that's awesome, dude. Like, that's pull the big one right there. Yeah. That's what you should show off.
Everybody was killing it. Like, literally everybody was killing it. And I'm so disappointed I didn't get anything. But
I had bad odds too, Doug. I had bad odds too, and we'll talk about like how I made up for it and all that. Yeah. So we'll talk about this.
Put the Discord link in there, Mark, for the.
What's up?
Doug? Put the Discord link in there for the lurkers. And just say, look,
let me
join up the Discord because we dropped together. We all Funko dropped it. We were dropping Funko. It's like, I guess, like dropping acid. We were in it together, man. We were in this weird world together. And they're big-headed guys with big eyes. It was crazy, but we had fun. So
Yeah, our guy
check it
Hanwich.
out.
I think Hanwich came out worse for wear after his drop. Didn't do so.
Yeah,
well.
but
Everyone else.
But
Ham had a
Hamwich,
ton of
I
cards.
was, I think, with me and built a couple
Yeah,
sets.
2 sets,
Yeah.
right?
So
Yep.
two
sets.
sets. You spent. I don't know how much you spent. But you think about it. Like I think those royalties will sell for a few $100. I think we're all going to work out okay, and we're going to have those NFTs to sell after the drop and all this. We're going to talk about it more. We don't want to get.
I know we like to give people 5 minutes to get here and shit, but
we'll shoot the
you
shit.
know,
Yeah, Tony,
just
what's up?
briefly.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
I
What's up?
enjoyed myself on it, Mark. I enjoyed the hunt of it. I
Me
thought
too. Yeah.
I didn't expect it to be this enjoyable. I thought the drop would just be stupid, like Top Shot. I have it. I'm so disappointed in what I got, and I'm gonna go be angry for a while. That's what Top Shot always is. That's the Top Shot cycle.
Hey,
I bought my $9 pack. I got a bunch of crap. I'm moving on.
Yeah, did you get the Top Shot email? Did they put Dapper in your account just for shits and giggles? Like, I got Dapper. They just gave me Dapper.
I'll be honest. I delete my Top
What?
Shot emails as soon as I see them.
I
don't
have
even
them
look at
on
them, so I
the
don't-
junk
I don't-
list
I
now.
don't
Yeah, I don't look either. They gave you Dapper
They
today,
gave me free
yesterday.
Dapper. I didn't even look how much.
Why?
Oh, jeez, should
When
I?
was this from, Mark? Because now I want to go to look.
Let's do this right now, guys. Here, let me pull it over to the side screen in case they tell me.
So we can steal your Dapper account, Mark, your
I
Top Shot
don't know.
account.
I
Marco?
have no idea what they're going to make me load into here. Okay, my computer's humming, so that's good. When I open something that my fan really kicks on.
Mr. Happy Hours post kind of cracks me up because I am sure this isn't how he meant it, right? His typo,
Oh, no,
but he's
I'm
like,
gonna get all this.
I spent
This is
$120 and got Bluto and Sweepy, plus I made 30 million back.
30
30 million. They had it, the M, 30 million. No? M for million, gang. M for million.
All right,
But 30 back. So, yeah, great. And you got the full set of cards. So that's 3. Mr. Happy, man. 3. Dope. That's dope. That's the way to do it, really. I'd love to kind of hear the odds, or like, because I wonder if people who were like really into Funko, not us, just kind of got fucked.
Yeah, Dapper
Figure
give me
Paul
a free
out
$5, Doug. That's all it was.
Yeah.
What's up, Tony? What's up, Hamwich? Steven, what's going on? Fur Dog, what's up? Gypsy Fish, what's up? Welcome, Mr. Happy. Obviously, yeah, did very well. So
$30 million, man. That guy's rich.
yeah, no, just
Michael got Flash Gordon and a royalty. See that?
and a royalty and had fun.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing. Like opening these packs, they even
And
had a
had
little
fun.
animation, all that shit.
Yeah.
So.
You know what I actually enjoyed about the AtomicHub marketplace is that for me, the best part was like trying to plug in the holes of the set for the royalty. Is that they give you that quick buy option where you automatically can buy the cheapest one available. Like I think that's like a wonderful idea. I don't know who came up with that.
How simple,
but I
right?
thought that's incredible. Plus,
Yeah.
when you're going to sell, if you want to just quick flip, you already know what like the lowest price one is, and you can immediately undercut because you know other people are going to be doing that quick buy if you just kind of want to.
Yeah, absolutely.
get in at the bottom.
Absolutely.
Yeah, blew it on Bob. I lost out on Bob Ross too. I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't spend enough, and then this one I spent enough, and then we're all good. But yeah, no, the buy the lowest is really nice because I usually have a couple tabs open, and I'm sorting and looking at the price, things like that, and I'll go to buy, and it's like, oh, this thing already sold, and it's like, okay, and especially right after the drop, that's happening all the time. So it's just one of those things. It just makes it easier. All of that, timing, competing with other people, And I thought the drop went well with the queue. I thought everybody had a good time.
I got in pretty quick. Like I was.
So-
Yeah, all right, yeah. Should we go into it now?
Mark, you just want to just go. Mark,
Yeah,
just start the recap.
let's recap everybody. So from the beginning. So yesterday was the digital Funko drop, and it was for retro comics. So keep in mind, this should be the first of many retro comics. They started with Popeye and Flash Gordon. You had a chance to earn a physical pop, and that's, I think, what we were all chasing. That's what we want. It was legendary and grail, and you could also complete a set of all the epic through common cards and get a royalty physical. So there's different sets of physicals you could earn. So if you missed out on all these, you could buy more or whatever. So how it worked is you could only spend $60 per purchase. So Q started at 1 o'clock, so 1 o'clock Central. So you had to jump in before 1 o'clock Central. You get randomly assigned a position. And I think all of ours was about 12 minutes. Is that about right?
Mine was, so when I first popped up, it was 8 minutes. So I feel like I got in.
Ooh,
Pretty
Doug,
early.
what was yours?
Mark, I got in right after you said you got in. So like you got in under a minute. Mine didn't even have a timer popped up, and it just put me on the screen.
So that was after we bought one. Okay, so that because I was 12 minutes or 10 minutes initially, and then I say that, and then it shrunk down from 8 minutes, and then it shrunk down to like 0 minutes pretty quickly. Like it wasn't a full I don't think the timer was exactly correct.
So the drop went well, though. The queue went well. All
I thought it was pretty
stuff went
seamless,
fine.
yeah.
I mean,
$60 at a time, and you could get back in line.
the setup of it was fantastic.
Yeah, you could get back in line too. So I kept on getting back in line, spending $60 at a time. Other people did too. Premium packs obviously sold out first because there were less, and then we moved to the standard packs. So it was buying 2 or buying 6, something like that. So so that's what was on sale. So that's what we all went for. And guys, look at this: Apple Pay, Google Pay, credit card. So easy.
Yep.
I mean, seamless, guys. I mean, it was no problem. The payments went through in a click. I didn't have this bullshit Tops thing where it was like, I'm getting this denied or I'm charged, like it says approved and my credit card says it's not. None of that. All of it went through. I did it, 5-6 times in a row, and it's nothing weird happened with the Apple or Google or credit card, and nothing. It was just fine. So that's what we all went for. So
and people were pulling them, and it was great to see the Discord, everybody grabbing some pops and stuff. So this is basically, look, build the sets or not. Set them and forget them is where I'm at with it right now. I'm just going to wait till I get the actual physical redemption till they give me that token, and then we're going to find out how I did. I think that's basically where I am, and it's on to the next now. Right, Mark? I mean, there's not much you could do once this is here. You're just like, all right, on to the next. And look, just quickly, gang, this Bluto, man. I was on Funko Twitter, seeing what the Funko kind of dweebs.
We're not Funko collectors, and Doug,
we're not.
I'm glad you let
we're
that
investors.
slip because we are just kind of people who buy all these sort of things. And initially, when this was announced, I didn't dive head first because I'm not a Funko collector. So when I was talking about this with Matt and Doug, it was kind of one of those, what do you think about it? And I think, Doug, your initial opinion on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was, I don't know. I mean,
my initial opinion was that I didn't recognize how. Let me say this: I thought it would be much more difficult to obtain these physical pops. I thought, okay, they're gonna have like 2 or 3. Rest of this gonna be this bullshit like Godzilla, that I got floating around my hub. I don't want it. I got other things going on. But I think, Mark, it was like 2-3 weeks ago when you were talking about Mars or something. You were talking about coming in and getting physical pops, and we called up some of those redemptions, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, we can buy these redemptions for $60, get a pop, and I promise you, if I don't understand how to get these things, there is a large section of Funko collectors, Funko Twitter, all these Funko people who have no fucking idea. So my story, I went to their Twitter to see what people were saying to Funko about their, their NFT excursion with these physical pops. And I shit you not, 50 to 60% of the responses to it early on were like, these aren't real. They're just pictures. They're just going to be pictures. You can redeem another picture. And I was like, what? I'm like, these fucking idiots. You know what I mean? Like, knowing where they come from, gang, and being able to put these on eBay when they're in your hands, I can promise you is going to be a huge bump. Eventually, they're going to figure it out. I mean, Funko Twitter is maybe a little slow on the uptake, but eventually, maybe they'll get it, but we'll get in early and have all this other stuff. So, yeah, I'm excited about this stuff, Mark, until it dries up.
Well, and the other thing is, it's us kind of relying on each other to kind of figure this out. I mean, initially it's kind of, guys that like kind of showing kind of it is better than you think, and it is easier to sign up than you think as well. So, kind of back to the drop, we're talking about all these physical things, and so you were able to after you spend $60, go back in. Sold out in about 30 minutes. Just under 30 minutes, I think it sold out. So I was able to go back in a few times. Doug, did you even try to go in a few times, or no? Did you just take your 60 out and just peace?
No, I did my thing, and I was like, I'm done. I don't need more of this stuff.
Matt,
my goal.
I had a tab open on my phone and one open on my computer, so I just bought one right after the other. So I didn't need to go back in line.
Then okay, yeah. So I went back in line a handful of times. So I was able to build up, and we'll go to what I got, and here it is. You pull it up, and you bought things in your drop wallet. And they had the packs here. Obviously, I have no packs left. I'm opened all up. And like we said, packs were fun to rip, right?
I enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Man, they had a little animation. Like, I was excited about it. Like, I was having a good time. Like, it felt fun.
Really enjoying yourself opening.
Yes. Right? So, let's filter these. Let's get rid of...
Do you want to, Mark, real quick, since we're in the drop wallet? Fair Dog is asking how you transfer the cards to the AtomicHub. It's super simple.
Super simple. Yeah. So you're going to have a little button right up here. Click it and just hit transfer.
Yeah, you're gonna have to put in your Atomic Wax wallet address. It'll give you an option to put that in after. But you can transfer as many as you want at once, but it's gonna. I mean, Mark, correct me if I'm wrong. It's gonna cost RAM or whatever.
So my recommendation, obviously, is to do if you're gonna sell on the Atomic wallet, transfer the most expensive one you want to sell first, because it's gonna cost RAM to do all of these things. So do that first. Sell it. Build a little wax. You only need 1 or 2 wax to stake for your RAM, just to show this is your wax wallet. So this is what I'd put in for the transfer. I'd put in the dot, over here in my DApp for the transfer. That's the wallet I'd put in. These resources, you use RAM. So just pay attention to that. So do it the first one you want to sell, because you're transferring over there to sell, I hope. Sell that one, then transfer the rest, because then you'll be fine. You'll have 1 or 2 wax. You'll be golden. Don't even worry about it after that. Because then you'll be stacking and stacking. So, so that's the way to do that. But so like building the set is what I was going to talk about. Doug, do you have I bought a bunch of packs. Doug, you didn't rip one. Matt, you got 1 legendary?
Yeah, out of 4 packs, 4 premiums, I got Bluto. And
you want legendary or Grail to pull the physical. And there he is. So 120 days from today, you're going to get a coin. That coin you could redeem. Is there like a redeem area?
There, top right, Mark, you see that diamond?
Oh, there it is. You'll get a coin. You can redeem it like this.
It'll show up when it's there.
Yeah, it'll say.
And the expired ones, they kind of just take.
Yep, and pay attention to these dates. Don't miss them. Like it needs to be in your wallet on that date for it to count. So if you bought it the 19th, it's worthless. Like just pay attention to that. It's just an NFT. You're buying an NFT, so pay attention to that. So so let's talk about the odds and stuff, because I know the TRL gang killed it. We saw it. Let's get rid of that. This is by Bob Ross. We saw it on the Discord. They were showing that they really pulled a lot of the legendary and the Grail.
A lot of the big ones.
Yeah, pulled the big one. That's what they did. So I only pulled 1, and I spent between $200 and $300. Let's you figure it out. But what I was able to do, because I was really dealt a lucky hand with the epics, and those are the most expensive tier or the most rare tier, I should say, and expensive.
Yep.
That isn't exchangeable for a physical Funko. So I did very well in that section. So that was just luck on that side. So I didn't do well in the legendary. I did well in the epics. It worked out. So what I was able to do, and I'll scroll down kind of slowly, is I have 3 of every card. So if you have 1 of every card from common to epic, you get a royalty physical Funko. So that's what I have. I have 3 sets of these now. So yeah, I spent, $300 or so, but I have 4 physical Funkos. So, and these are rare. So I know people chase after these, and I was able to get 4 physical Funkos this way. So I really like how this drop was, and I don't think we're going to get a chance like this again. I think the next Funko drop, people are going to be onto it, but I think we should all try.
The next one was Blade Runner.
That's kind of what we talked about.
What's up, Blade Runner?
Is that what that next one was? What was that, the drop?
No, that's just a wax one.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't pay attention to those guys. To be honest, if you like... If you want me to talk about some of the Street Fighter stuff, the Blade Runner stuff on Wax Wallet, I don't think it's worth it. And that's why I don't want to bring it up on the show, because, guys, it's, it doesn't get my endorsement. It's kind of one of those, it's not worth it. So it's one of those, if we don't talk about it, ask us on the Discord. We'll drop it in the Discord. Or ignore it. That'd be my advice, kind of let it go.
Nice.
But yeah,
all right, cool. Move.
So yeah, you can build this set to get physical Funko. So that's what I'm going to show. So even though I did poor on the odds, because this is 2%, I should have at least gotten 2. I didn't. I only got 1. But hey, I'm going to get 3 others, guys. So it even balanced out, even with the odds against me. And the people who killed it on odds, oh man, they killed it.
I'm happy.
I think what Mark's getting at is luck. Even if you struck out, there's still a chance for you to convert some of your doubles into wax. Turn them into the ones you need. Build a set. Get the royalty one. Get the one that's the mastery set, as they like to say. Those still sell. You can see guys pre-selling for some other ones on eBay right now. So there's still money to be made. You can do it. You don't necessarily have to have had grabbed or redemption. That's the moral of the story. That's what makes these drops fun, right, Mark? I mean, there's a bunch of different outs. You don't get outs like these with trading card games. Like I built the whole set of commons and uncommons MetaZoo. Nobody's gonna give a fuck. Nobody's sending me anything. You could claim something here with this stuff, and I think that's what's important, guys.
Yes, exactly. Like, I don't want to hear so much about the NFT price or the coin price. You get an actual physical Funko out of this. That's what makes it special.
Right.
So if you're gonna compare it
Is
to
it because
something,
it's rare?
compare it to something that you get physical. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Yeah. No, it's rare because it's special. It's special because it's rare.
I guess we're making peanut money, so.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think the thing is, I think if you're trying to day trade wax, it's a bold move. Day trade some shit coins too. But like, look, this is a way to not deal with the wax. This is a way to not have any hand in it, really. You just bought your packs, you got your redemption, put them in here. You don't even have to go to AtomicHub and do any kind of wax stuff. You get the physical out, you make the money, with physical items. That I think for Funko people, people hate NFTs. Like, there's a group of people who fucking hate NFTs, and you can't do anything about them. Like, right? I don't give a shit about NFTs. I don't like them because I think they're stupid, but I don't have any real, like, oh, I hate these, right? There's no hate in my heart. It's just stupid. The beauty of these physical items is I think they're, not everybody has to like them, but there's nobody who's going to protest against me having a Bluto Funko Pop. There's nobody's going to be like, oh, man, killing the earth with Bluto out here. Nobody's going to say that. Nobody's going to give a shit. So these are safe investments, and there's profit in them, and people don't know how to get them. There's a barrier to entry here, and I think it's going to be fantastic.
The barrier to entry is a great point. But yeah, this is where the NFT people and the physical people unite.
And the Venn diagram, that's where that is?
Yes, the Venn diagram, that's where that is. Oh, man. We could do another Venn diagram, but no, I don't think we need to. But there you go, guys. That was the Funko drop. There will be more.
She's mentioned it well. 2 grails and a legendary.
Oh, jeez. Oh,
pretty good on that
2
one.
grails. Yeah, dude. Yeah, no, that's killing it right there. And that's one of those things now you have the opportunity, if you want, I mean, to sell that and to get into other parts of the wax world, whether it's play to earn or, who knows.
Yeah.
But it's really something, if you don't want to, then don't. I mean, you don't have to.
Yeah.
Take your physicals, count your money, peace. I mean, you're good to go. I mean,
Yeah, if you pull a redemption, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything wax related. You just, you're all on drop, you're fine. You don't even have to get into the wax ecosystem if you don't want to.
And even like the wax creator guy even kind of mentions that you kind of think of it as a ticket of sort. This is a guaranteed ticket. This is a raffle ticket. If I want to say raffle ticket, it doesn't say that, but this is a raffle ticket essentially for a physical pop. If you lost the raffle, well, you could sell those raffle tickets, which is kind of funny. I mean, and if you compare, complete a number of raffle tickets 1 through 50, well, you get another winner. So it's one of those things. Just think of it that way. Ignore the NFT part, and maybe you'll just appreciate it later, or you could just ignore it and just do your fucking thing.
Yeah. Right. I mean, there you go, guys. That's the Funko talk.
That's
it.
Yeah.
Look, now set it and forget it. Now we got nothing else to do. Set it, build it, don't build it, whatever. I don't care what you do with it. We're gonna wait now until they get redeemed. What's that, Mark?
We'll let you know when the next drop is.
Oh, absolutely. Mark, let's move on to let's talk Titan. Titan closed out finally.
Yeah.
Right? We're going to move to the TCGs. We'll move to the Kickstarter. Titan closed out. When we were on our show last, I think they were like 139.
You mean they're
and
put
I
out
think
of
they
misery.
closed at like 100 and what?
Hey, in chat, if you invest in Titan, give us a heads up if you did or not. I'm just curious if we have any Titan investors. Doug, you still there?
What, me?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought we lost you for a
No,
second.
yeah, no. I was just curious what the do we know what they got final dollar amount?
109K.
109,
How much?
261.
Shit, so they dropped like 30,000. They dropped 30,000 from our show last. And then, gang, what's the backer number?
209.
Jesus.
Yeah, they went out like a wet fart.
And well, now I'll
This is a
also point out
small game.
the only stretch goal was the comic book, and I expect the comic book, and they should print it.
To look like our coaster?
It should be a MetaZoo rule book size, like a tiny. Don't waste your money on this. Put it on the cards. Like this.
We have enough coasters to last a lifetime.
But maybe one day this will be worth something.
I have some legitimate concerns about Titan, and they didn't go away. And in fact, there was nothing done to kind of make me feel better about it, saying like, oh, we have cards in a game. It feels like you're so behind as Titan right now, and you only got 109,000. You're going to have to pay some Kickstarter fees, man. The money might not come for 45 business days, up to 45 business days. And some people, look, some of these charges get kicked back. So what are they actually bringing in? And is it going to make it worth their time to even fill it? Or is this just going to be a set that's like, what I got him, sending to people, everything else. I'm cashed out. I'm sorry, we didn't do it. This doesn't feel like enough. This feels like they're so behind. There's nothing there. I can't even see how this would be an investment. This doesn't make sense to me.
It's a long shot.
Well, I was going to say, the only way that I can see it being an investment is if for some reason, despite the 209 backers, that there's a pretty reasonable fan base behind that, and that with the $109,000, they're only able to produce so many cards, which inherently make them more rare. So there's somehow there's only so many cards produced, therefore they're rare, therefore they're valuable. But I don't see that.
Here's my
problem.
I don't think. I don't think people got into it because people didn't want it. The people don't want this. Yeah. Like the people have spoken. There's people investing into Kickstarter TCGs now. This isn't a MetaZoo situation where it was kind of a new thing for somebody to do. People are aware. Look at Maelstrom. I mean, they have over 600,000, and I have a problem with some Maelstrom stuff. But this is such a small amount of money. I don't see this doing anything, and I don't see this grabbing a fan base. Like, consider this. Let's say their take home $60,000 what they have to build their game. If chargebacks, failed charges, fees, all that stuff. Let's say it's $60,000 to complete everything. And with that $60,000, they have to somehow find a way to keep their company going outside of fulfilling what they've already promised their backers. How are they doing that? You're not going to be able to keep going. It's $60,000. You're paying me to do this one-time vanity set, and I don't know if there's going to be money for you to do anything else.
Yeah,
that's the problem with these type of Kickstarters is they ask for such little amounts. They're only thinking about producing these sets for the backers. But what the hell happens when that's done? How does the game continue? You don't have anything to sell. You already sold it to me. I already bought it. It was paid and produced, and now there's no money left.
It's too near term of a plan. Absolutely. Like, how are you going to pay for the second set? Are you going to get a loan from a bank, or like how are you going to impress people with this? You know what I mean? Like, how are you going to keep this going? What's your marketing?
That's a good question, Mark.
Plan.
How are you going to impress people with 209 backers? You say we have 209 customers. You think they're going to give a fuck? You think someone's give me $1 million?
That's not going to impress anyone. Customers?
Yeah.
No, fuck. We got what? However many followers we got, they give me $1 million. I mean, this is stupid.
Well, yeah. Well, Doug, let's go to the bank. Let's find out.
Let's
Doug asked for $1 million to start his own TCG at the local bank.
Man.
Doug, I'm with you, Doug. I didn't invest, Matt. You didn't invest, and we've been saying this for a while. It's just there's too much competition in the mythology world. That if this really was successful, don't you think someone else would jump in with more money? I mean,
Mark, the whole thing, like, let's ignore all of that and let's just talk about it as people investing in something. There was nothing here. There was nothing. The fact he had over $100,000 shocks me. That there are people like, oh, fuck it, there's nothing there. I'm investing in an idea.
Get that, you know? Yeah.
Knights and Summons had things like, these are all the cards we have. These are already printed. They're ready to go. This is what our game looks like. This is what our cards look like. They had all that. And believe it or not, Knights and Summons didn't ask for much money because they're just making board games. I mean, like, basically card games, pre-made sets. They knew what they were doing, right? This feels like has to create a whole world, a whole game, and hire a bunch of people with this money. A lot of the legwork wasn't done first.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is, I think he was hoping to be maybe a month or two earlier, get on the nostalgic. I think he was too early, man. He's too early. Grand Archive train. Well, let me ask you this, Mark. Saw them and then started, maybe? I mean, I'm not even sure.
Yeah, that's what I think happened. He saw it and he went for a cash grab. I don't care what he says about promising his patrons. Like, what, you had 209 fans. You lied to 209 people. Move the fuck on.
Yeah, move the fuck on.
That's honest to God. Like, this is
point.
Not a big... It's 209 people. Lie to them. Or just say, hey, guys, listen, here's the... You don't have to lie. Tell them the honest to God truth. I don't have enough yet to go forward. I'm currently developing it. So I'm going to push back my Kickstarter till I have something. And when I do have something, gang, it's going to be gangbusters and we'll be able to keep this game going. It's not going to be a one-time vanity set for you guys.
Yeah, there was a reason this was a joke on our Discord about how there should be a TRL TCG because we wanted the cash grab. I mean, we all saw the $1 million that these kids were getting at Grand Archive and we're like, what the hell is going on here? Like, we need to start one.
Yeah, and I think and far be it for me to criticize someone that's trying to create a game, but I think at some point you have to kind of weigh the lesser of two evils, So just look at the two outcomes here. He said that he didn't want to lie to his backers or lie to his patrons. But the alternative is be honest with them, push it back so that you have a better product, get more funding, produce the game. Like that's how I see it. Is my logic incorrect there?
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly what I was thinking, Matt. Is like you wouldn't even have lied to him. Like you say, I didn't want to lie to him. Well, don't lie. Just be like straight up tell them what's happening. You don't have a game. You don't have cards. You don't have artists. What you had was a fan contest to try to produce a promo card because fuck it, you're not paying an artist with no money, right? Like fuck, I'll have fan. We should have
fantasy
guys.
cards.
Shout out.
Yeah, only fantasy cards won it though. I mean, that's the only card, and I said in the Discord, say it again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go find it. I'm gonna buy it. I'll buy that. You want to talk about the one Titan card that'll likely have resale value to at least me? I'll go if somebody has it on eBay, I'll buy it because only fantasy cards did it.
Yeah,
like that, But again, Mark, let's have a contest. Are you guys listening? This should be our contest. 150 cards developed free. You guys send us your ideas for cards free. You send them to us, okay? You do all the art, and we'll pick the top 150. You guys can be part of the set. You know what we're gonna give you? We'll give you guys each one of those cards. But then we'll have a set of cards, gang, with no.
I'll absolutely write the thank you email. I can do that.
Yeah, this is such a like I couldn't yell from the rooftops enough how bad of an idea this was, and it got worse. Right, this investment got worse, and I don't think people are gonna be left holding the bag. I think there's gonna be promos that are gonna be sent out. I don't know that you're gonna see a whole booster come at you. That would be great if it actually happened. I'm really rooting for everybody who supported it because look, I don't like seeing people lose money. Oh, but I also want to say like, hey, we kind of told you, please be careful with this one.
Yeah, Sonic Hog said that they had 8 artists. Since you were in the Q&A, is there any other valuable information that you gleaned from that Q&A session?
They have 8 artists. Do they have any cards? Like, not art cards, actual physical, like, I need cards, game, and rules. They don't have rules. The rules they wrote the night before.
Well, the rules, it's like they repeated the same rule 8 different ways.
Well, if you lose all your life or someone takes all your life, I mean, you still lose.
Those are 2
or somebody quits, right?
And Jeremy, if you want to fill me in on this cafe situation, like I'm not quite sure on the cafe situation, so I don't know if you could fill me in while we're wrapping up on.
Were people just fucking with him? Was he like saying he wanted to do a cafe, and were people just like?
No idea. Let me see.
Were people taking their goals and say like, we need this money for the cafe because he's fucking scatterbrained?
Titan guys, if they have some sort of crazy marketing thing where they are really going to get this into the hands of the people and it's going to piss off your Kickstarter people because you're giving away thousands of boxes, kind of like I think Mike gave away thousands of boxes in his Kickstarter.
Yeah.
You're going to have to do that. And you're going to need people to grow the game. And I don't know who you would send that to. I don't know, local game stores maybe. I don't know, who's going to really push the mythology.
As for rules and gameplay, I asked that. Okay. I'm hoping that Sonic's going to drop something on us that we're like, they might actually have rules. They've said they've had rules forever, and I've never seen it.
All right. Well, I mean, we'll see. I mean,
Yeah, I agree with that, Jake. Jake, that's the exact sentiment we had when we saw all this stuff. Like, he keeps talking about all these things he's on target for. It seems unrealistic because there's nothing there, nothing to show. I don't understand what's happening here.
Yeah. Well, we're saying you got to be careful in these things. You got to pick winners and losers. But if you took a long shot on this, good luck. We wish you the best.
Yeah, he said he got in a lower tier, so his risk sounds like it's pretty minimal, which is like I'm fine with that. Like if you believe in the game, and he said he didn't do it as an investment, he did it more as just because he wanted the game to succeed.
And that's
if
fine.
that's your expectation, and you're not going to sink a ton of money into it, then that's fine.
Right.
Fine with me.
Yeah, that doesn't bug me. Yeah. Nostalgics. All right, so here we go. Mark, you want to get into
I just wanted to compare. Yeah. Go ahead, Doug.
The show. Well, that's what I was going to say. Show everybody. Like, so Nostalgics made a ton of money. Like, they got a bunch of money in. They had a game. They had cards. They had everything ready, developed, ready to deploy. And Mark, it's still going to take a little while to get out, right? I mean, and look, they not only have Day Zero boxes, right, that we got. So we all got the Day Zero. They then rolled out the first edition sets. And you know what? And not the first editions didn't sell out. There's still boosters to sell. They'll be able to sell in their store, secondary market. But guess what? That's a way for them to continue to generate income from this Kickstarter rather than just fulfilling what we want. Now they have first edition boxes they could sell on their site to other people when we tell them about Nostalgics. So there's a market and there's a product. This is how businesses work. You don't just fulfill an order and make it a custom shop because guess what? That money's going to run out. You don't have any residuals. There's no extra money coming in. So here's how you're doing it. And I think this is fantastic. Again, look, the guy who runs Nostalgics is a little like all over the fucking place, man. But you know what do you got to do? You got to cast your lot, and I did. So now I'm just sitting waiting.
Is he making a cafe, or what's the deal? Is that a joke, or what happened?
Yeah.
Who is making a cafe?
I don't know.
I don't know, man. I think they're just fucking with him because he said some stupid shit.
But Doug, you're right. It gives them revenue or cash flow for the next series. I mean, you're going to keep on being able to produce things if you keep this cash flow going. And I think that's something
Right.
MetaZoo is very good at, and I think people should pay attention. MetaZoo has a good cash flow. I mean, people are buying stuff every 30, 45 days.
They were able to roll it over from one to the other pretty successfully.
I think it's an important point Sonic Hog threw in there, and I think we should say, like, there are no scam vibes from this Titan guy. I think he's outclassed, out of his depths, punching above his weight class, if you will. I don't think he knows how this is going to work, how this goes, and he's thinking it's a good idea, and it's just not going to hit because there's no money. I don't think he has, I don't know what his experience is. He says some sort of marketing, and explain that to me because Titan's marketing kind of sucks. But business experience, I don't know that. It doesn't appear to me he has any real business experience. So this concerns me somewhat. Like, I'm concerned about that if I was investing in Titan. Obviously, I'm not, so just fuck it. I don't care. But for everybody else, keep your head on swivel, man.
Okay, can I read you the Zaba post from the Discord?
Yeah, Jeremy posted it in our Discord.
Okay, so the latest is that I am now actively living in Minnesota from Wisconsin, and that I am likely going to be taking a dedicated office.
You want me to read, Mark?
Yeah, I'm a little far away. Sorry.
Out of a massive, beautiful shared space in Minneapolis for the time being. It offers an amazing location and a free fitness membership so I can turn into a Chad. Or, not have a heart attack anytime soon. This is a massive change in direction from my initial plan of buying a space up here and fully doing fulfillment myself. With this current plan, I'm aiming to outsource fulfillment to other parties and run it all remotely until I find the perfect space. Read that as Merch Arena would have product housed in the faraway lands of New Jersey, and fulfillment for orders would be handled by their team. I pay for item storage and order picking. This is the same team handling our Kickstarter fulfillment. The perfect space, ... The new plan for our eventual headquarters down the road is to have a space that is part Lucky Frog Cafe, part head office. This would be a beautiful space I could actively work at, but we could also sell Nostalgics branded non-alcoholic beverages and offer tables that have playmats resin sealed into them. We would host smaller events out of here and essentially get them in with their coffee. Keep them there with the card games. This space would truly teleport you into Nostaram and be a safe, fun space to play a game, chat with friends, or work on your laptop. Fuck. I'm sorry. No fucking way.
Man,
no,
this is the dumbest thing you can get. I give a shit.
Oh, man.
I give a shit about your gym membership? Fuck. Fuck. You just want to grab it and just say, we don't give a fuck about you. Let me start by saying that I give no fucks about this man. I don't care what he does in his free time, what type of membership. I want him to say, I also get free tanning. So, it's going to be dope. I don't care.
Go get tanning booth.
What? Yeah, no.
The fuck do I care? I look, just between us, I mean.
Oh, my God.
So, okay.
It's crazy.
Let's take that, Mark. Let's take this all. Let's take this all.
Just a quick little Mark, quick story is I've been to Minneapolis. They had a great brewery, Surly Brewing. I went down there. They had a huge area, brew pub. They do movies and stuff. The place shut down. So if that's not surviving, which I still buy their beer locally.
Could he just
have a cafe? Okay, that's my local story. I've been there once, but go ahead, Doug.
But no, I was saying dude, then make a brew pub, make it a totally different fucking thing. You could brand it like this, but don't take my money and make a brew pub. What are you doing?
This makes perfect sense why this guy would think that DSG is the great consumer experience. It makes perfect sense.
Idiot.
This
is idiotic. This is the most idiotic thing somebody could write who's creating a trading card game. And he's confused. Obviously, and I don't know what his Discord is like. I don't pop by this shit. I'm very on the outside of these things because I don't want to be in on this because this is the type of shit that would make me mad, Mark. But does he think I give a shit about him? That's what this sounds like. It sounds like, I care about this man. And I want to know how his cafe is going to go.
Doug, he's not going to have a heart attack. I mean, that's what it's like. Well,
he's working out.
So then who's
Aren't you happy for him?
Second in command? I give a shit.
You would take care of yourself before this. You know what I mean?
I live in Illinois.
Money going towards health food for you, or the damn card game? What are we talking
about? I don't understand this. I don't. This is the problem with this, and people have said it time and time again. And I'm going to just parrot it because I've said it and heard it, and I think I'm just going to keep saying it. Creatives. People get mad creatives shouldn't have anybody watching over them, keeping them in line. They should be able to make games on their own time and all this other shit. Do you know why they have people in suits above them? Is because there are sometimes strange decisions that get made when you're just busy being creative. You need a businessman to say, no, just shut up about that. Nobody's going to care about you hitting the gym. What the fuck?
and you might need the accountant in the room telling you, how are you going to pay for this cafe? Like these coffee beans? Are you going to get a food license? Do you know about these things? Like this isn't... It's one thing to open, like we live by like the WeatherTech floor mat car thing, and they have this huge factory and stuff, and they have this awesome store connected to the factory. It's a store. It's not a cafe.
No one's going in there having a cup of coffee, buying some floor mats.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. So if you just want to, open up a store connected to your warehouse, go ahead, put a counter up and sell shit. Don't offer food. Like, what are we talking about?
Well, was his dream just like he didn't really want to do trading cards? He just wanted to be a cafe owner, and he's just like, man, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go to Minnesota and go for it. Like,
this is why every large successful company has like a board of directors to like make creative decisions like as a group instead of just like letting like the one CEO just like do whatever he wants.
Well, yes, and I'm glad you brought that up, Matt. And I'm gonna kind of transition us to MetaZoo, if I may, Doug. Is there anything else you want to kind of?
No. This is irritating. I'm irritated. What do you want me to say?
But bringing in someone who's a board of directors and an investor, so you're bringing in money. And MetaZoo announces today, and I think this is a big deal. Craig, Matt, do you want to pronounce it? Takaguchi?
Takaguchi, yeah.
Takaguchi, to its board of directors. Yep. So they're creating a board of directors. Obviously, I don't want to say obviously, but I read they want to go public. This is going to be, leading towards an IPO. But this guy is a legit person in the industry, and you are paying them to be on your board. You are giving them money to be on your board. So from nothing to we are paying you to be on the board, and you're going to be an investor. This guy's connections, this guy's experience is all going to work for you because now he's a board member and an investor. This is how you grow. This is how you get to the next step.
This brings legitimacy to it.
Yes. Yeah. This is someone who's won before.
This isn't Steve Aoki, who's great, but not like a business guy.
This is a car guy. Right. Or, well, not even a car. I mean, this is a merchandising guy. It's merchandising is really what his expertise is, and the Hello Kitty and things like that. But
you always talk about bringing adults into the building, and here you go. This is a guy, an adult, a clear track record of running businesses and merchandising and the distribution, things like that he can hammer out, right? I mean, just a clear track record for this man. Like Zaba obviously doesn't have that. The nostalgic student, he's just, man, he's gonna go work out and just have a juice bar somewhere. Like, this is where my money's going? To a juice. This is so bad, guys. Yeah. Look, I'll tell you what. We all three of us have degrees, right? And like mine's in economics. Mark, you're an accountant, right? And Matt, what's your degree?
Journalism.
Okay, so three of us have like real, honest to God degrees, right? We should start a TCG, put our business credentials up there, right? I bet we'd blow everybody out of the water. Like, I think we'd be all right. Like, dude, people are just gonna pay us, and I'll be like, look, we're actually gonna make a TCG, and our welcome video would just be like, look, I'm not gonna open a juice bar. I may open a brew pub with my money though, just start my own bar. But no, like. This is so dumb. Fuck. I'm in such a bad mood about this nostalgic investment right now.
No, oh man, reading that post was kind of hilarious. Yeah. Like, I hope he was drunk.
I wonder if it was. There's no way that was like satire, he's healthy living, man.
There's no way. There's no way. He's being for real, man. He's like, I moved to Minnesota, got out of Wisconsin. I don't care where you are. Like, what do I care?
Yeah. Well, especially like Minnesota, Wisconsin, they do the thing if you go to Minnesota, University of Minnesota, University of Wisconsin, you pay in state. Yeah. So it's the reciprocal thing. Minnesota, Wisconsin, they love each other, so don't worry about it. Yeah.
You want to get to a couple of those comments, Mark?
What do we got?
So for Jody, I think. You could look at it from two different ways. Like, in my personal opinion, if they went public, that's a really, really big fundraising opportunity. And I don't know if they need that, but that I can't imagine they wouldn't.
You want the money?
Well, I was gonna say who wouldn't. Yeah. Maybe someone can explain the whole.
You don't bring a board in if you're not going IPO. That's the thing. You're not bringing these guys in if you're not going IPO. That's what a board's for.
The only thing you're losing out on is like you're not liquidating. You're losing your own power within the company because you're giving more investors more.
Yeah,
but you're getting paid.
But you already brought it to
absolutely. You already brought it
to this point, yeah. So you're gonna make a bunch of money. You can still run it. You know?
Absolutely.
They'd have to kick you out, and that happens all the time, where the investors kick out the original owner because he sucked. And it happens. But
yeah, it happens. So. This is a big deal. This MetaZoo, like, for all the shit I give MetaZoo, because they make stupid choices too, but their stupid choices are kind of like still in the same vein of like collectibles, card game. It's not like Mike splintering off and starting a donut shop. Like, none of these things are happening. So yeah, man.
Every once in a while, MetaZoo drops by the chat. If they're listening, let us know if you're opening it up a donut shop.
I would love a MetaZoo donut shop.
Fine, then they are opening a donut shop. Maybe that'd be a great idea. But I'm just saying, look, they what they do stays in the vein. It stays in like, look, these are collectibles. We're trying to grow this brand. We may not like what they do. There may be some really dumb decisions that we feel, but at the same time, they're just moving forward. They keep stepping forward. And Mike hasn't once hit us with like moving out to Malibu to just lift weights for a few months. You know what I mean? He hasn't hit us with that. This is fine. Like look, we give MetaZoo shit, but there's a reason MetaZoo's taking off and continuing to move is because, their missteps are minor in comparison to the way all of these Kickstarter TCGs have totally cheddar bobbed themselves, man. Like I can't name one where I'm like, this has been dope so far. Way to go, guys. Like they just can't. They can't not talk and they can't not fuck things up.
None of MetaZoo's, I mean, again, this is our opinion. None of MetaZoo's missteps for us have been like so completely detrimental to the momentum of their, because it's always like the next thing out. Like, we thought Nightfall wasn't great, but it's rebounding now that it's gotten in the hands of Australians and New Zealanders. But like, Nightfall was only the thing for like a month or two, and then it was like the promos, then it was the Christmas stuff. Like, so their mistakes are very short-lived. There's always something next that they're able to fund and able to bring money in with. So we're not stuck thinking about like how awful a decision it was to us. Like, there's always something else to put on people's radar that kind of gets them looking forward to something else. And I think that's the genius of it.
100%, man. It stays in the vein. It stays in the vein. That you stay on brand. Yeah, you're still pumping out MetaZoo stuff. It's not a juice bar. He's not going crazy. He's giving pins, but he's giving you a promo card. Yeah. It's not like I'm going to a juice bar and getting like a razzmatazz with like a what is that? The Gamertron? Like these things just aren't. I'm not going to Minnesota. All right, I'm not going there. I'm from the Midwest. I'm not like making another. Like, I don't think Kayla has any family left in Minnesota. I'm not going there. Like, there's nothing nice about Minnesota. There's nothing nice about Wisconsin.
Hey, you watch it, right?
No, compared to where we are. We're in the Midwest. It's nothing different
land of
to me.
10,000 lakes. All right.
There you go.
Hey, and,
but there's nothing different. We're all in the Midwest.
I
go
really nice.
somewhere it hasn't been.
But no, I understand what you're saying. Where it is kind of you could spend this money on your next 3 sets because you need to keep this ball rolling. And you're too much like concerned about yourself, not the company. You're thinking of it more of a lifestyle brand already, and I think we gave MetaZoo a lot of shit for that. We didn't care for their skateboards. We didn't care. Well, who knows? Some of these high price things might make, but some of these other things like these merchandise things,
wrapping paper and beanies and
I have wrapping paper behind us, guys.
Me too.
I could pull it off.
He threw enough shit against the wall, and he's like, something's gonna stick.
And some did.
It's right, and that's the goal. That's the whole game plan here. And I'm okay with that. It's not something off-brand. He's not going outside of promoting MetaZoo, where like this guy's like, man, look, went to Minnesota. I'm doing a shared space, so it's not really a space. It's more just like a big open building.
My roommate's totally cool with me running it.
That's what it sounds like. Like I got a roommate, man. It's totally cool. Like
he's fine with
his mom. His mom says we can use that basement whenever we want. So
cool.
so we're gonna do that. It's fine.
Do an Airbnb in the basement, maybe raise a little money.
And so I'm just going to really just get out to Minnesota and do some fishing, guys. You're going to be so happy.
But speaking of the next product, here it is. Here's the Valentine's Day boxes. I mean, there you go. I mean, here we go.
Not for me necessarily. Yeah. I do appreciate trying to stay on like holiday with all of their wrapping. So it's kind of eventually maybe people be like, oh, that's a cutesy thing. I'm going to keep staying with MetaZoo because they try to do cutesy shit. Not for me necessarily. Doesn't have to be. It needs to be for people who want it. Now, like I said, man, you're not giving your girl this as a gift. I put it in the Discord, man. Like, you think I'm going to give my pregnant wife a box of fake-ass chocolates? No chocolates. There's just cards.
Sigh.
You do that to a pregnant woman. See how you survive. See how your day goes.
They should put some chocolates with it. Like, on top, you should get a box of chocolates with it.
So I don't know. It's not for me, but it's maybe for someone. And I hope they enjoy it. The people who it's for enjoy it. It's not for me.
Yeah, I think I might buy one because I like the wrapping so much. This is like one of those presentation boxes. That's about it. But that's the only like I'm kind of reaching here. That's the only reason I would. Yeah. But overall, again, I think there's so much with Nightfall and these other early edition stuff that your money's probably better spent there.
Well, let me ask you guys this. Now, just like with just say MetaZoo, take MetaZoo as a whole, and they keep coming out with all these promos and stuff. And I think, do we know what these cost? For these, what they're asking for these?
I didn't see. Did anyone get?
Yeah, chat. Do you know? Does anyone know the Valentine's Day promos? What the cost?
If it's a single box, my guess is it's like $15 or something like that.
4 packs. You get one card per pack, though. I think, right?
Maybe $20, and who knows?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, and look, this could be for someone. That's fine, but why don't I take my $20 because it's not for me, and I'm certainly not giving it as a gift. And I could take that $20 and I could buy something Crypto Nation First Edition that I still think is too depressed in the price. I think the artifacts are still super cheap, or I could buy something real dope from Nightfall.
Yeah, and Nightfall's super cheap. MetaZoo Crew says 1995 question mark. I think we're about $20, something like that.
That's what I would assume. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Which maybe it's just one to have. You're going to pay the shipping.
I don't think.
Like that.
Kachal made a good point. He goes, if they heat up, you're going to be glad you have a set one day, right? And I don't think that's wrong. I don't think it is, but I'm wondering. You probably get the secondary market probably pretty cheap. I don't know. I mean, fuck.
Oh,
do you get the whole set per box? Do you get the whole set per box?
It says 4 packs.
My guess if I had to guess, it's probably just random.
Yeah. And I would assume because of the success, well, hopefully they follow this shit. The success of, and it shows you right here, the Pin Club alternates, that they have some alts in there. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I thought that went off pretty well. It gave me something a little bit of a chase when I'm opening those. Yeah.
So that would be cool.
All right. I mean, maybe I could talk myself into one. They're not up for order yet, are they?
Coming soon. Yeah. With love. You could write a little note, Doug.
You guys want to get one for each other?
Maybe we'll each get one for each other, Doug. What about that?
Not doing that. Nah, you count me out. No, look. Every one I get, every one of those I get. Like, I'm ripping them open, right? So the package is cool. But guys, do you think maybe with weird, cutesy things like this, and this is something that just popped into my head, and now I'm like, well, maybe cutesy things like this keep sealed because it's gonna be so rare in the industry if this takes off. Like, imagine having like a big Pokemon heart from like their first Valentine's Day set sealed. That might end up being worth more than its contents, especially if there's a ton of contents. I mean, I'm thinking these can be ripped open for the cards.
Yeah,
that's interesting because this is the first type of that set. Yeah, so that's what they're doing for it. Okay, I like it. I like that thought of it. Do you guys have any thoughts on the MetaZoo prices recently? I thought they've actually looked pretty good. Or kind of, well, not. I don't want to say looking good, but fighting back. How about that?
That's a good way of putting it.
Some cards are fighting back, and some are just doing what they do. Mark, why don't you do solds recently and just buy auctions? So do MetaZoo and then auction sold. And I think you'll kind of see like it's running into the same problems it kind of always ran into, where you're going to be able to buy. And make sure you do first edition in that, Mark, because I don't give a shit about the second edition.
Oh, no, there's a lot of second edition stuff creeping up there. Pay attention.
Right.
And I see they put like second edition. They put up messed up stuff. Oh, what's up, Jeff?
Yeah.
First edition. Right. And we have auction and.
I can't imagine the Nightfall singles really rising to great heights. No. But I think there seems to be a better market for the sealed stuff than now that it's kind of hit other parts. There's no way that New Beginnings is accurate.
No, that's just crap. I don't believe any of that stuff. But if you guys are looking like, I like Hollow Kickstarter 405. So that's kind of, those were always though. The Kickstarters have always kind of been punching and being fine. Like they've been fighting, right?
Yeah.
Things that I've noticed, guys, that are heating up a little bit more. Like as you scroll through and you look, best offer accepted, $13 on those scales. I bet you took less. So the prices aren't exactly killing it, but there's opportunity to buy. That's for sure.
Yeah, maybe I'm a little premature on saying they're fighting back. Maybe we think they're going to fight back. Maybe that's more.
I think they hit the floor. I don't think they're going to go any far. I don't know if they can go any farther than where they are, but
yeah, right.
There did certainly seem to be a nice reaction when they started hitting Australia and New Zealand. Like, it wasn't like, based on just our Discord, like Danny and some of the other guys, like, they were excited to get it, despite having, like, the last 2-3 months of just being, like, resigned to, like, I don't even know if I want this when I get it, to being like, okay, this is actually kind of cool that we have it and we can open it finally. Like, there is, like, a little increased optimism now that it's in some more people's hands, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, like, dude, I got... Like I said, like my Loveland mailman card went up. I think it's just because all the cheap ones sold, and now all that's left is dudes asking for over 200. They're not going to get it.
Yeah.
Like, market's confusing as far as like you have to look at solds because people are asking a bunch for some of these cards and they're not getting it. Like, what was that? 99 cents there for those pants. I mean, there's just not.
Right?
It keeps scrolling.
Man.
Yeah, I mean, keep scrolling. There's sales and deals and steals to be had if you're buying auctions on eBay. I just, I wouldn't say they're back, Mark.
Yeah, I know. I think it was premature. And so they're
Well, the
fighting
booster
back.
boxes, I mean, they're pretty steadily at like 220. Like that's not nothing. Like they got to a point where they're down to like 150, weren't they? 140.
I never saw the
It was like
140, and I
160.
saw that mentioned in the Discord multiple times too, and I never saw it. If it did get that low, yeah, I mean they've made a nice bounce back. I've always seen it hover between like 190 and 240, and it's just been in that area. And I think they're going to stay in that area. People are going to recognize these boxes are loaded. Like they're nice boxes. They are. If you like opening boxes and pulling out full hollows and cool cards, these are loaded.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's just, I mean, I don't know, man. It's just not really my thing. Like holding these seals, or at least rooting for these seals. So 220, 230 is what we're looking at right now, guys. 215. Where do you see it going, man? A year from now, are you thinking
Just
what, with
Nightfall
the Nightfall?
specifically?
Yeah, Nightfall booster. What are you looking at for your price target?
I can't imagine they go. I don't know. The set doesn't appeal to me personally. Like I'm always going to be a first edition Cryptid Nation guy. Like just that's the set that we first got into. That's the set that I appreciate. That's the set where I know the characters better than others. I don't see Nightfall. Like, I don't see Nightfall climbing in the same fashion that Cryptid Nation did. The sealed. Like we can see sealed 840. Like I don't see Nightfall getting half that. And that's not that it's bad.
No.
I think 200 to 200 to 300 is probably at best where it would probably land.
You'll probably see, like, I don't think 300s come in. And if you do see a 300 price point, it's because some other big hype news happened for something else. And it's just going to ride the wave up for a minute. I don't necessarily see these landing at 300. I mean, 250 is a lot. If you see it start hitting 250, then you're like, wow, and it finds a good bottom there, a good floor, or at least a solid 250 for a few weeks, then maybe we have something to talk about. But we see it peak and then bounce, peak and then bounce, peak and then bounce, and that's literally all it does. And that could be market manipulation. That could be a number of things going on. But if you look at eBay and actual sales and like actual auctions and real listings, yeah, I mean, they don't go that high. They don't go 260. They don't go 250 yet. They're just kind of in the 220, 240 range, and I bet you they'll stay that way for a while. I don't see them going down. I don't think they're going to collapse. I think they've collapsed, and I think that's kind of where they're at.
That's a good point. They probably already hit their floor.
Yeah.
No more is getting released, so it's a limited print run. There's
Right.
always going to be a need and a want for it. Just
Yeah. I think that's it. And they're hot boxes.
$280 for PSA 10.
For what was that?
Quetzalcoatlus first edition.
Reverse full hollow.
Full hollow.
Full hollow.
Man, that's a tough one. Don't sell at auction, folks.
Yeah, right.
It shows you there's not the market that was initially presumed.
There is, and we talked about this in one of the previous shows. Like, if you're a buyer and it's a buyer's market, if you want to buy graded PSA MetaZoo cards, like you're gonna get some deals if you're willing to spend the money compared to where they were, where we think they could be. Man, these sample cards.
Yeah,
Jeez.
those sample cards are killer. Okay, yeah. So just going through those, yeah, it looks like there's some definitely some buys. guys. Yeah.
Stop Gans says he thinks the boosters are going to go to 350.
Maybe.
Man, you're going to need to see something happen for that. I don't know what could potentially bring these up. There could be a big news story. I just don't think it's going to happen. I don't think there's a big enough market right now. It's still, guys, the people who have the boxes while trading with each other. There's not a new audience. The sales data is basically the same. And like, I didn't run today's numbers, but I ran this week's numbers. They're all between 200 and like 550 on good Sundays. So it's between 200 and 550 all day, every day, consistent as fuck. It just is what it is. I haven't seen it grow. I need to see it grow before prices grow.
Yeah, I think
we're
we're
just
still at the
trading back
point
and forth.
where we're still at the point where like it's getting passed between the same people, not the same, literally the same people, but like the fan base is not expanding based on what we've seen, and we're looking at it based on sales and listings. Like maybe this will bounce back and go up even higher, like when it hits the the big box stores. But to your point, like I don't see it just like rapidly climb. Not Nightfall. I don't see it.
Not Nightfall. I don't see it grabbing Nightfall. I could see it grabbing a bunch of things.
Absolutely.
I don't see it pulling Nightfall up from 220 into 250 to 350, 400. I don't see that. I do see though, like, hey, maybe that first edition Cryptid Nation stuff really starts heating up once Walmart. People get Walmart and they're like, "What's the first? What's the genesis of this? What's the early stuff?"
Yeah.
And you see what it is, and it's like, okay, I could see them trying to buy into it.
Yeah.
I don't
like
see
a
that
lot, 'cause,
happening at this point.
It's the same card. I mean, that's going to be the familiarity for them to feel comfortable to buy this first edition card instead of doing the second set that's Halloween. But okay, I see these other sets coming out. Like Am I still doing okay? Like you just don't know, but this you know for sure for a set, and you see the Kickstarter, you kind of get the progression of things, and you kind of
I would caution. So I'm reading the chat here, and I would caution Dan against comparing prices across brands, specifically MetaZoo. MetaZoo's as we like to say in the business, it's a paper lion or a paper tiger, however you want to say it. On paper, you're thinking it's dope, but if you do a little deeper dig, it's not as big as we think it is, as we're making it out to be, as the talk seems to be for it. There's not an audience buying a lot of this. It's the same group. We're not shrinking. It's just not growing exponentially. So you can't compare it to brands, Pokemon, Magic, who have Yu-Gi-Oh, who have big followings and ran some print runs and did some stupid shit, into the ground. You just can't, because there's not that clamoring group to buy. It's just not there. Or group of people who used to collect it and reawakening to want to collect it. That's not here. We're at the very beginning of MetaZoo. And I think this is going to be a relatively lean early year, guys. And then things I think will start to heat up later on. But look, you got to remember the economy's in the shitter too. People don't have as much money as they used to have because things just cost more. So that freewheeling spending money stopping and slowing things down. So we're going to have to wait a little bit. I think that's really another part of it that, like, we're not going to do the deep dive in, Mark, but I think economically there's a reason some of these things are depressed as well.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, Doug, and that's a good thing to keep in mind as you're doing this. But yeah, let's not get too deep into that sort of stuff. But yeah, I'm with you, Doug, and you just kind of keep your eye on this stuff, and we'll see how it goes these next couple of months, because I don't expect huge shifts quickly.
I would agree.
I think we all kind of agree on that. Yeah.
A lot of people like Night. Yeah, I don't think Nightfall's something people dislike. That's the thing. I just don't think people are buying it. It is what it is. Everybody who wanted Nightfall got Nightfall. Again, like I said, the boosters are loaded. So if you want to buy Nightfall, buy a booster. It's loaded.
Yeah. And some of those individuals are super cheap. I mean, obviously there's the big, like, 3 or 4 that, the Headless Horseman, the Mothman, or something like that. But if you want to complete the set under that, it is very, very easy to do. And it's kind of one of those, only people are going to care about 2 or 3 cards. That's not a great set. I mean, it is what it is. So.
Yeah, I mean, and Dan said, he's just comparing it for value to value. And that's true. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't think Nightfall, I don't think MetaZoo's at a point yet where these things are going to just skyrocket because of Walmart, because of Target, because of GameStop. We need a market to grow. And so that's going to take some time for people to discover this stuff. Be like, this is pretty awesome.
Yeah. And I want to see him show up at these cons with, the decks in hands. I want to see people actually playing the game. And I think once you see that, I mean, they're doing these right hires. They're doing these things behind the scenes to grow the game. It's doing it with the people as well. And I think that all goes hand in hand, because those people have connections too, whether it be stores or, different companies to get them in places. So all of that.
Right. Yeah, I think it's coming. I don't see MetaZoo sliding back. No. Like Matt said, Matt, I think I agree with you when you said it's probably found its bottom and sat there a minute.
Yeah.
And now we're kind of just going to start coming up. And again, look, don't discount economic things going on. Like, don't discount that either. So there's going to be a slowing that's happening now, and I think there's outside factors as well that have nothing to do with MetaZoo in it of itself.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So kind of pay attention to that. Maybe it's dropping for something completely out of their control, or they fucked up their NFT again or something.
Yeah, well, that's true too. No stickers.
And yeah, exactly. You need celebrities and stuff. So if you get, a Logan Paul, or it's just someone to bring, it's a marketing thing. So I don't even really want to say who exactly. It's just bring the marketing out there, and that's part of it is having celebrity endorsers. Mm-hmm. So if they do something big, but it's got to connect with the people. If they're just doing pack openings, how many people watch pack openings? Or it's kind of one of those. You got to get the broader audience. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, MetaZoo has marketing.
They do?
I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen much.
The chief of marketing hates NFTs. That's what I know about MetaZoo's chief of marketing. No, look, MetaZoo. I don't know. I mean, it's not traditional advertising that we're used to. It's not ads on Google even. It's influencers, it's tweets, it's other social media stuff going on. We'll see how that plays out. We'll see if it works. See if they, maybe with hiring a board, then maybe they start going more traditional on a lot of things, who are just businessmen who are like, look, yeah, this is cutesy, this is fun, let's get big, let's get out there, let's be on actual forms of media. Mm-hmm. Be it even internet, like an internet commercial, like, start there. I think we're going to see that. I think the more adults you get on board, Mark, the more you're going to start seeing MetaZoo turn into this more traditional company with some traditional advertising that's going to help it grow. The reason it's traditional advertising is because it works. It's traditional because it works.
No, and that's a great point. They're doing this well with zero
Right.
or very little advertising. So once they turn that faucet on, maybe that might be the next catalyst to get over this next plateau. We kind of plateaued. You're kind of saying it at the people, and this is, you got to push through it. And I think it's part of the business. You hit these plateaus where you hit these different fan bases. You got to keep growing or push through those. And it's very hard. It's very easy to get.
I think it's coming though.
Yeah,
I think we agree. It's coming. When you see the people being added to the board, there'll probably be some other like advanced business folks being added to the board with different connections to different parts of distribution and marketing and trading cards and all that other stuff, manufacturing. You're going to see these people added to the board. And I think, guys, we're going to see the beginning of a solid company. So I'm totally fine with the prices being low right now. It gives us a chance to buy back in if you sold some or whatever, because I do think growth is coming. I like everything that happened here. Like I said, I'm not a Richard Ryder from MetaZoo. You guys know I'm not a big supporter of a lot of things, but this is working for me. This being an actual business doing grown-up stuff, finally. All right, here we go. Let's move, Now I'm ready. Now I'm feeling comfortable.
Guys, that's why we do this and, subscribe to the channel, like, comment, all that sort of stuff, is we're not Richard Ryders on these companies. We really try to give you an honest opinion about what we think. We're not fanboys on this. We're really trying to make money on it. So it's really we're going to give you an honest opinion about it. And I think, you're going to see a lot of other things on YouTube where they are true fanboys, and this is what they do, and everything is awesome. And that's just not
I hate that. Everything's not awesome. Like, there are fucking mistakes being made. Like, look at Zappa, man. Is that awesome? You guys are excited about nostalgia? Like, there's nothing more. Can we do Maelstrom TCG real quick? Like, there's the add-on or the Kickstarter shit you can throw on now, which is like the pre-slabbed limited cards or whatever the fuck from Maelstrom, from Koba.
Yep.
Koba, right? It's Koba.
There it is. Pre-graded Koba grading slab pack with a promo pack tucked safely into a beautiful box.
It's just, I fucking cannot stand this. This to me is the example I talk about of like cash grabs, whatever. And I know I've said it. I said it on Monday, and I'm gonna say it again. You're asking me to pay you for some stupid cash grab, like those gold-plated Buffalo nickels at night that your grandpa's gonna end up buying and getting yelled at by your grandma. It's this. There's no money here. This is no value. This is nothing. And give Devin credit. He came into our Discord. He said you could break them out. Well, I'm not doing that. First,
but they're giving us all the work.
Yeah, I'm like, you can break it out. No, how about don't slab it? Like, but there it is.
I'm shocked by the number of backers. That makes me think it's almost.
There's people that don't know any better. This is like from a grading collector's perspective. Someone like us. People like us that have been collecting and sending cards to get graded for years. To me, this looks like he's like serving us a turd sandwich and telling us it's a Popeye chicken sandwich. Like, this is great. I promise this is great. I know better. That's not
the same
great.
thing. It's a chicken sandwich. It's the same thing.
That's a waste of my money. That's an absolute waste of money.
That's what it is, Matt. It's a waste of money and taking advantage of the dumb. That's what this is. This Koba bullshit is exactly what I'm telling you. It's Koba bullshit. PSA's opening back up. Look, $50 tier tomorrow, right? Get in the queue. You can do a $50 submission, and that's 90-day turnaround. I'm telling you, they're opening this lower tiers, and they're going to swallow the earth. Shit like Koba and shit like DSG and these other bullshitters who enjoy their time.
They're all going to go the way of the dinosaur, man. They're all going to be gone.
They're trash. They're going to be trash. My collection has no room for Koba.
Good riddance, yeah.
I'm not putting a Koba slab anywhere near the rest of my shit. And if I'm going to flip it, I'm not putting it in my shop because I don't want people thinking Doug doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. People come to me for expensive stuff. Like, I have a solid group of customers who message me about things because I think they trust that I know what I'm doing, number one. And number two, they know I have good stuff. They know it's not Koba. They know it's not DSG. They know it's not just some baloney company. Like, if I have CSG stuff, it's for a reason. If I have CGC stuff, it's for a reason. I did have some SGC stuff back in the day because it was vintage. Like, I use things specifically. And there's no specific purpose for Koba other than a cash grab. Same thing with DSG. They don't have a name in the game. I don't know who runs these companies. I don't know the experience these people have who are grading my cards or certifying. Fakes are so big nowadays, Matt. Like, I can see DSG just getting overrun with fucking MetaZoo fakes. Like, tell me, I need to know about these guys. What experience do they have authenticating this? Like as graders, they're graders. Want to know about their graders?
I agree. And even if, like, just hypothetically, let's say that like 10 PSA graders and like an ex PSA exec went and started DSG, I still wouldn't want it. I still don't want that slab. I don't want anything graded by these companies. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of money. Like,
and once PSA gets price competitive, I mean, it's on the way.
It's over.
I mean, like, I don't think people realize what the landscape's going to be once PSA lowers the prices, and it's going to be, oh, I could pay, because these guys aren't exactly discounts. I mean, these are, you're paying a good amount to get them graded by this. And,
Matt, let me ask you this: do you think? And Mark, this is a good question for you as well. I want to hear from both of you guys on this one. Do you think that these current DSG Koba sales, especially this, are from people who are just brand new now to the TCG space, just brand new thanks to things like the Kickstarter for MetaZoo taking off and people getting into that, not knowing anything about graded cards other than graded cards exist, and then seeing this from their favorite YouTubers or some idiot who has no idea what he's talking about, and they're not realizing they're pissing money away, not adding value. So these are just new people to the space who haven't been like in this graded card space since PSA has been open. And when PSA opens back up, they're going to have no idea why all of their value got swallowed, why things are just totally being decimated by PSA again. Yeah. Like, do you think that's probably this group, Matt, or is there some other thing going on here?
No, and Mark can give his opinion when I'm after mine, but like that's always been my assumption, is that the people that are sending their stuff to DSG or all their garbage, like Koba, it's people that don't know any better. So they look and see what other people are peddling, whether it's Dr. Apple Juice or all these other, Ted, any of these other people that are trying to promote these things because they don't know any better. They saw someone else promote it. It's all these uninformed opinions that keep trickling down to the people that are just getting in. So it's like the blind leading the blind, leaving people like us, which is fine. Like it's less of a backlog at PSA for people that know better. But it's always been my opinion that like the people that are first getting into the TCG space and the grading space that don't know anything, and they're just listening to the wrong people.
And you're setting them up for disappointment too. They're going to get it graded, and then they're going to try and sell it thinking they got something premium, and then they're not going to get it. And they're going to lose money on the transaction, and they're going to be like, what the hell just happened? I hate this shit. I want nothing to do with it. Something like that. Or, you do it right, you pull the good card, you pay the money to get PSA graded, and you get a big return on it. It's all this kind of doing the right steps, or even waiting, holding your card, and just not getting disappointed. This is going to set people up for disappointment. They're not going to come back. And that's what bothers me, is you're pushing people away by pushing them into this crap,
But here's the thing. So Cheto just said not everybody sells their cards. So why are you spending $40 on DSG to bring the value down on them? Is that who in their collections like, I want to do things to devalue my collection? Even if you're just a collector, value has to mean something. It has to mean something. It doesn't mean nothing. There's a reason there's a dollar amount on things. There's a reason you pay certain dollars for things. Values mean something. So when you devalue your card by putting it in a DSG slab, tell me what's happening. What's the purpose here? What's the point of it? You're hurting yourself. Even if you're keeping it, why are you hurting your collection? Eventually that collection's got to go somewhere, and it's not just for your wall or your basement. Yeah. These things have value, and you're devaluing them. People should be mad at you for that. And if that's advice you got to devalue your collection, you should be upset because your collection has just been devalued.
You're having that house party, you're showing off your collection, and Doug shows up. After a few drinks, let him tell you about that. Hey,
I'm like, dude, you got the shittiest collection I've ever seen. What's all this shit?
I mean, dude, you'd be better.
You're hurting the value. You're hurting. You sometimes we see. I've showed and I've posted, and I guess I haven't searched them forever, but dude, I've showed when people have gotten less money for getting their cards DSG 9.5 versus raw, and you see it every time. When it happens, it's from new sellers, people who don't know what they're doing. Who this is their first time in the the graded card space, so they're just doing it. And look, they put auctions or they're doing whatever. They're getting less than raw.
Yes,
it's just what it is.
This may not be an apples to apples comparison, but like if you had a really nice painting, you're not going to go to Michael's and buy an $8 frame for it.
Right.
You're going to want to spend money to encapsulate it correctly, professionally. And even those like really nice frames, those add value because they're done correctly and professionally. It's kind of the same thing with cards. Like if you want to keep your cards raw and not get them graded, fine. I'm 100% okay with that.
That's totally fine.
A lot of people in the comic world are the exact same thing. They don't like, they want to be able to open the comics and read them. You can't do that if it's
enjoy
slabbed.
it, yeah.
But don't waste, like if you want to just have them slabbed for your own personal protection, then wait for PSA to open up. So at least if you don't care about how it looks, At least know that you can send it to a reputable company where it's not going to devalue the card if you ever send it.
Right. It's terrible advice. People are like, oh, I'm going to DSG. Do you really like the DSG label? Then, like, if you're just picking cutesy labels, right? That's your main thing. DSG better than all these other labels out there? I don't think so. There's other cutes. HGA will do custom labels for you that kind of match the card. If you want to go the cutesy label route and you don't care about it. So the people who suggested DSG didn't even give you the best cutesy label company. They just just gave you, I don't even know, man. That's just trash, dude. It's just trash. And I don't know what to say about that other than like you said, Matt, the perfect comparison was nice frames versus shitty frames.
Yeah.
You're still not going to put something nice in a shitty frame. You're just not going to do, even if you're keeping it.
Yeah, treat it like it's $1,000 or more. Treat it like it's expensive. If you treat it like crap, people are going to think it's crap. They're going to think, hey, this is nothing big.
I agree. I don't think PSA labels are the best looking labels. I think BGS has the best looking labels.
Absolutely.
But no one sends to PSA for their labels. They send to PSA for the value that they get from the grade, the value from the reputation of the company. Like,
the trust.
If you want to send to a grading company just based on the label alone, I still wouldn't send to DSG. I still wouldn't send to Koba. I would send to BGS because that's probably the cleanest looking slab in my opinion.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, exactly. BGS.
Yeah. I mean, look. Here's the thing. There's slabs that I like. I like CGC slabs. Their labels are total shit. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, their slabs are great. Labels are trash. I think the DSG labels look cheap. I don't care what anybody says. I think their misspellings on their labels and stuff have just made them look so stupid. It's hard to come back from that for me. And if I'm just storing something, look, just buy top loaders. I love top loaders and penny sleeves to store my stuff that I'm not getting graded. If there's something I want a slab that I like, just want to make a cool looking slab, I feel the slab feels good in my hand. I like the way it looks. I will go CSG for some PC stuff just because I think the slab feels good in my hand. Like it just does. I like it. So that's what I did for some of my Chicago Bears stuff because it was cheap and I like it. That's a different thing though. I'm not taking an expensive card, Matt. This was a co-signers, Mickey Washington and Bobby Ingram.
Oh yeah.
Like this isn't something fancy.
Hey, hold on. You watch it right there. That is fancy.
It's fancy to some people.
But that's what I'm saying is like, I'm not taking my finest pieces of art and putting them in Michael's frames. I'm taking Bobby Ingram's shit poster how about the Marty Booker Don't Drink and Drive poster and putting it in Michael's frame. That's okay. I'm not taking something nice and doing it. So there needs to be an acceptance of value. Like value exists. And just because you're choosing to ignore it doesn't mean it's okay.
Yeah.
Like value exists and you're devaluing something. Yeah. That doesn't make it right. Like, oh, I didn't know. Well, that doesn't make it right. You do know. And you're doing it, that makes it even worse.
AGS. Mark, please pull up AGS on eBay. I want to see what it looks like.
Oh no.
I hope this is a real grading company.
MetaZoo AGS?
Please be real.
No way. No.
Get
Why?
them,
What
no.
is AGS?
If I see one more company like this, I'm leaving.
I don't know, Doug. What is AGS? There it is.
What the fuck is that? What am I looking at? It's like a PSA label. But they made it blue. And they put their
it even has like the
AGS
bottom. See the AGS thing? It looks like the PSA thing, right?
Oh my god, they're like,
good for them.
You think AGS was getting together in a meeting? They're like, what's PSA doing wrong? They're not blue. They did it. They
Red's out, man.
Yeah, Red's out. Get blue. No. Blue makes people feel good. And you know what? Forget that barcode. Let's put a QR code.
Yeah, please.
Aren't they? Is this the what is it? The smart, the whatever, the IQ or whatever. AI grading companies. What these guys are?
Is that what AGS is? AGS the
I don't know. Dude, HGA was that until HGA was found out to be making that shit up, and they're like, okay, whoa. They took a step back from their AI grading claims, and I bet you we're going to see the same thing here with these.
Yeah, I'd pass on anything like that. Yeah.
What do I think of AGS?
Is it Autobot grading? Is that what it is?
God, I hope so.
Is that? Please.
Is it the Master P company?
Oh,
Andy Chen, number 300. I'll never forget you.
American Gem Society? AGS Diamond Grading System?
Oh, no.
We need do like AGS trading?
And we're banging it because that's what we do here. The official
Automated Grading Systems.
Automated Grading Systems.
Oh, Gary. We got Gary. Thank God. All right.
Jesus.
That's not
I'm not going to go on my rant again.
Master P joins the mission.
It is the Master P one.
Oh,
yeah.
Percy Miller.
We fucking did it. Here we
I was
go.
listening to
This is the dumbest fucking thing
this
I've
Get
ever
OD
seen.
album just not long ago. It's great.
Can I tell you though, personally, I love the fact that they're just going all in. They're like, we're total bullshit, but you know what? We're infomercial style. So bring in Master P, and then I want him to bring in like the Sham Wow guy, and we'll be money.
Yeah, no, this is trash. This is trash, guys. I'm sorry for even bringing it up. Yeah, that's
Chow they rating. Why you guys trash? Why you guys trash, bro?
Yeah, no thanks. But yeah, stay with the big ones, guys. I mean, don't be fooled early on, especially when you see this
They
stuff.
just slap signed.
Yeah, get the slab signed. If I get slab signed by Master P, then I'm in. If he signs
Dude.
everything, I'm in.
Jody makes a really good point,
what's
though.
that?
Why would you advertise 5,000 customers?
Yeah.
Join 5,000 customers. Like, what?
5,000 customers. Oh no.
What's that Dave Chappelle, Rick James line about? Wish he had more hands to give those titties more thumbs down.
Something like that.
What is that?
I don't know the
It's gone
exact.
bad. I don't know. I know Matt's going with this. But we're just going to transition.
know where it's going.
I think
What's the old
we
saying?
smacked down the grading companies enough, right? Doug, anything else you want to mention about TCGs?
Oh no, I'm good. I'm just saying, guys, pay attention. These Kickstarter people seem batshit fucking crazy. Keep that in mind. Like, Mark, this is something I didn't know until we kind of waded into this space a little bit to see what's going on. And these dudes are all fucking, like, they're saying crazy shit, doing crazy shit to like fuck themselves up. I want the dude who's just gonna set it, walk away, be real quiet. Like, hey, that Knights and Summons dude. I know I keep coming back
heard
to my
anything
Knights and
from him.
Summons, Mark.
Stoicism, I love it. Yeah.
Well, I call them Knights and Summons. Go to Knights and Summons and get their Instagram because you can just click it and see. These dudes are just shutting up and doing work. To me, this works. Oh, look at us. Who are the top Knights and Summons searches? But yeah, man. Market should be up. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Oh man, here
Look
we
at
are.
more work and look at those packs. Look how dope the packs look, Mark.
But they do look dope.
Right click, open new tab, Mark. Let's see something.
Working on
Looks like they're
commissions.
card designing it.
Well, no, I was just saying more the packs. Like, let's see
Oh,
those.
the packs.
Oh,
Yeah,
Look
the
at
packs.
yeah. Look how nice these look, gang. These are the promos, right?
They look solid.
I don't hate them.
That's what we're all getting. Woo.
Yeah, that's what we signed up for. So, dude, guys,
1100.
this guy's just being quiet and doing work. What a concept! What a concept! I am full in on this just because it's very reasonable. It's very reasonable, man. It seems like running it. He's just shutting up and doing work. There you go. That's my opinion about things. It may not be the biggest moneymaker, Mark, but at least I'm not having like to wake up to him wanting to start a juice bar. Like having a midlife crisis.
They have half the amount of backers as Titan.
Yeah, half the amount
Like,
of
do you-
backers and 10%.
Do you want to see? Do you want to see them like Zaba's next post to me? The guys I got an earring today. Like, I don't want to hear any of that stuff. I don't care about midlife crises these guys are going through.
I started
There's
working out.
I started working out, got an earring, and I'm thinking of frosting my tips.
Yeah, Happy New Year's resolutions. What the hell are we talking here? Who cares? Going to diet, buddy. Like, great. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like,
Right,
you're
dude,
gonna
right
become
on.
vegetarian. Good luck, buddy. I mean, what are we talking about here?
Good morning,
Like
guys. I'm
to
going
Arby's.
vegan.
Like, I don't know what to tell
Getting
you.
my ears pierced. Thinking about getting a tribal tattoo. We'll report back later.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
Well,
just
yeah,
what I'm
keep
saying.
it-
They're fucking crazy.
Yeah, so just eyes on the pricing, and also, guys, think of it in business mind, where they're keeping the revenue rolling, and not just Kickstarter. How are they going to do the next set? How are they going to actually grow? How are they going to be more than just taking your money? So, moving on to the final thing, because I think we're about done with the TCG stuff, is everybody's favorite play-to-earn game, Colonized Mars. I know
Colonized
everybody
Mars.
loves it.
Wait, Mark, hold on. We have an AGS fan.
Oh,
AGS gives free subgrades and free image scans of the flaws of the card. I got a scanner.
I'll give a free grade of AGS. It's worthless.
yeah, right.
That's my.
I'd say look at your cards, doing eyes.
Bro,
if
they
see
give you a
stuff.
free scan. Neat. Like what? I don't need an image of my card.
It's not
I think
worth
they
it,
did.
my friend. It's not. They could charge me $2 to get a card graded. I wouldn't use it.
They'd have to pay me.
They would have to pay.
And
me.
then I wouldn't do it. But then I still wouldn't do it. Maybe let me hang out Master P for a day.
Okay,
like me
so
and
I would
Master
get a
P.
card graded if I got to meet Master P.
Is Master
And
P
ride
grading
around on
the
that
card?
tank.
I'm in.
Man.
I'm in. All right. Well, yeah. So there we go.
What do you
That's
got going,
it.
Mark? Don't
The
talk about it. Here you go.
scans,
This is
take a
big.
picture of yourself, or take a picture of the own thing.
Oh, Mark Watney. Mark Watney's the guy from the Mars movie. That was Matt Damon's character.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Colonized Mars
I
isn't
know that
messing
one.
around. So Colonized
Yeah.
Mars released some information today. Colonized Mars is a play to earn game on the Wax token. So We talked about wax because that was part of the Funko drop. So if you got in the Funko drops, you have all these extra NFTs, you can transfer them to your wax wallet. You can then list them on the Atomic market for wax. You could take that wax, you could buy Mars cards, and start mining Mars tokens. So this is what I do. This is what a couple other people in the Discord do. You don't have to do it. You could just keep your Funko NFTs and not worry about it. But this is a way to get in this without using a Binance, without using any sort of weird crypto wallet. You paid in with a credit card with Funkos and you're selling NFTs. That's it. And now you're buying Mars. So what they have is, so you mine this Mars token, and we're going to be able to stake the token. So staking is something that's in the crypto world. It's essentially setting aside a certain amount of token. It's like, what would you get in the bank? Like a 6-month CD? Is that what they were called?
I don't know the last time I had a CD.
Doug, was it a CD?
Yeah, CD would make it. Yes, certificate of deposit.
So
Yeah,
it's like
certificate.
it's a CD. It's a bank CD. So if your grandma might have given you one of these back in the day, and usually it'd be for
You're making
a
like
year.
0.001%. Yeah.
Exactly. It'd be for a year, and they'd give you like 3% or something like that. Less, it'd be 2%. But essentially, they're saying if you set aside
do
this
it anymore.
coin and promise not to touch it anywhere from 1 to 6 months, we'll give you a reward. So you set aside this token, and they're going to give you a reward. And this is kind of the new part of the game. Here are the awards. You could have you get more token, you get NFTs, you can get these resources, and this is going to build into the next part of the game, where things are going to break down. You're going to need resources to replenish them, things like that. So the staking time is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 months, and they have multipliers: 1, 1.2, 1.4, 1.6, 1.8, and 2 respectively. So it's kind of, you're putting your Mauritia token that you mined into this staking, and depending on how many people put their money in, you're going to get a percent of the qualifying amount at the end, right? So it's kind of, as much as you put in, you're going to get a percent of the rewards at the end. So they do an example here, but just kind of the big kind of takeaway from this is this game is expanding. I mean, we started where we were just buying crates, not knowing what the hell we were doing. Now we can mine token, buy crates with the token, and then stake the token to get other things. So essentially you could take this token, you could buy crates, sell the crates, take that wax, buy the Funko, the redeemable physical Funkos, buy those, take that coin, redeem it, get your physical Funko and sell it. So this is something we're taking, something from this fictional game, this play to earn game. We're mining token. We're selling it on the wax world. We're taking that crypto money and we're buying Funko. We're going to get a physical Funko for, and we're selling it for cash. So,
it's an assembly line of transactions.
It's an assembly line of, we're going from whatever the hell this play money is to real fucking money. And this isn't a joke. I mean, there's a way to do this. So, this is kind of what we're doing with our leftover Funko money. I mean, this is my game plan with it. You guys could do other things. You guys could stay in this play to earn game. Maybe this is the future. Hell if I know. But they're going to talk more and more about how to kind of do this. But this is the next part of the game. This releases in February.
Ooh, man, I'm making some token, man.
I have like $50 in wax, $50 in wax.
Okay.
Sure. If I wanted to start getting into Mars, I still haven't done it. What's my next step?
If you had $50 in wax right now and you wanted to get into Mars,
yeah.
Let's go to the Atomic.
Do I just buy a bunch of crates?
Well,
how much risk do you want to play? You're a little short of getting a dark matter one. Dark matter is, I think, about 53 for the lowest.
Supply crates are running at. Ooh, that's pretty cheap.
Was that $2?
I can buy 20, 24 of those or so.
24. Oh man. So I think it was like, I think they had an average of like 18 power, something like that. 432 power, roughly.
Danny, Mark lives on Mars. What are you talking about? 24.
Or you could buy.
Every hour is on Mars.
Every hour.
You're earning.
You want the dark matter because that's about 50.
Okay, I can buy. Oh, that's a single card.
Yes, it's one single card, but that has 436 power.
Wow.
Oh.
So you could either risk the biscuit and buy a bunch of supply crates, and hopefully you'll add up to this amount, or you could just buy the 436 and move on. And I'm with it, man.
I'm with the cracking packs, though, man. That's like I like the ripping packs, man. The ripping crates. That's the fun, right?
So out of all those crates, I would have to pull handful of golds to probably add up to something like that. Like I would need to pull some decent stuff. I can't just add a bunch of like steel.
You can't just have
Yes,
24
let me
crates
tell
of
you,
shit.
Doug, I'm sorry if we lost you for a second. Hold on, wait. You're back. It would need to be, what's the math here? So
I love to gamble. Like I'm all in favor.
465 is the dark matter. You need to have all this add up. So you need 3 of these, 9 of those. You know what I mean? So all this would have to add up to that.
So it looks like I would need to pull probably 1 gold, maybe 2.
Yeah, 1 or 2 golds, and then the rest you need to be stacked. So that's a ton. No, no, it'd be
3 golds. I mean, it'd be risky.
I believe in you. I mean,
Thank you. Yeah, that's nice of you to say.
So I don't know what the best way to, but if you have that, I would say don't be afraid to do it just because.
Don't be afraid to do it, meaning buy the crates or just get in.
Just get in, because what are you doing with your wax coin right now?
Nothing.
You could be mining.
Well, now give it a chance to mine. Give it a chance to grow.
I have my royalty set. I have my physical Funko redemption. Like I don't need that wax for anything else. Currently.
Man, why not start mining token?
Okay. Fuck it, man.
I'm getting like half a token an hour.
Let it ride.
Yeah, so I mean, like guys, I don't really, it's one of those things that, I don't have a good explanation of where this will end up or anything like that. It's just, this is the early part of this play to earn stuff, and so far it's working well because the Funko stuff is a way to cash it out. So even if you don't want to deal with this, don't deal with it. Just cash it out and move on.
On our Monday show, if I buy all these crates, you guys just want me to rip all these crates on the Monday show?
Hell yes, everybody wants that. Are you kidding me? Everybody wants
crate
it.
right there, 5. Let's buy one.
Yeah, buy one now, Mark. You got it?
Yeah,
We're gonna cry.
Yeah,
This is Mark's addiction. And I love Mark's addiction. This is like my favorite thing.
This
Right.
is always one of my favorite things. Just the
The
thought
Mark
of
just
thought
like,
of
let's
it.
roll another, man. Let's roll another one.
Come on, guys. Let's get a gold.
Let's get a gold, man. Let's double up.
Get a gold, guys. Let's get gold. Let's get
How about a
gold.
dark matter? Can you get a dark matter?
Oh, Doug.
Or an ownership,
we
right?
can even get an ownership, bro. Actually, they might be sold out. I didn't look.
No, there's a bunch. There's still some ownerships left. I think it's like what's the one that's still left?
But there's like they're held for advertisers and stuff. So some aren't like open.
Figures.
To
Are we not big enough
Is Mars
to be?
not free of corporate bureaucracies?
No, they
Like,
are.
Come on.
They know how to make
I would
that
feel like
money.
Mark's
This is
probably like
for
the
investors.
biggest
All right, you guys
Mars
ready?
streamer there is. Yeah,
Let's do
man.
it.
Good luck, Mark.
Oh, let's do it.
Pull a female botanist.
All day. All right,
I
here we
like
go.
like the music that comes with it.
Everything's nice about this.
Classy. It's good animation.
Classic. I like it.
All right, here we go. Oh, common.
Oh no.
Common.
Oh no.
5 comments,
no.
guys.
Oh boy.
Oh.
And you pulled a mailbox.
Riding the wave, man.
So
Riding
that would only
riding
be
that red
5
rhino.
power. So that would be really sad.
It'd be bad.
So.
So maybe don't buy
Discord doesn't
24
have
of
a
those,
chat
Matt.
function. I got banned.
MetaZoo Discord does. Oda Cool, you have to accept their rules. There's like a rule button, hit the check mark, and then it'll all open up. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I think that's what he's talking about.
Because then everything opens up. Yeah, so that's the Mars stuff. So yeah, I just bought a crate.
Are they all that fun?
That one was weak. But there you go. So
Hell yeah, they are, Matt.
Yeah. So
Riding that red rhino, man. I love it.
What's up?
You were riding the red rhino, Mark, and I'm here to enjoy it with you.
Oh, the red rhino because of Mars. I like it. Yeah. No. So that's the Mars stuff. So we'll keep you updated on this. This announcement made the Marisha token relative to buying wax directly go up 30%. Whatever that. I mean that's kind of all this inside baseball stuff that who really cares. We'll get into it more and more. But
is there any benefit in weight? Like, is the cost of the crate? I know it. I don't want to say it's volatile, but it does go up and down.
Oh,
is there any benefit in waiting, or should I just buy now? Because it was like 2 weeks ago, and they're at like $1.25.
Yeah, I was buying my crates, Matt, for $1.20, $1.15. So
yeah, you could buy about 12,500 Marisha for $50. So there you go. So that's the kind of the rough exchange.
So ask your professional opinion, Mark. If I have $50, buy the crates. That's the most fun option.
It's the most fun option.
What's
but
professional?
I think. God,
Well, figure worst case scenario.
Let me go to the.
I would have like 350 power instead of 4.
You just start crafting dudes and stuff, man. I mean, you could also craft.
Yeah, true.
Okay, so they're going to show you this. estimated collection strength 17.5.
So times 24 or so, 24 crates.
17.5. You're gonna get about 24 crates.
Yeah,
don't you think?
more or less.
So 420.
Okay, man, I'm right there on the edge. Is the thing.
So you're right where the dark matter is. That was 436. So
Right where the dark matter is, man.
I don't.
love
I
the way-
mean, this is saying go for dark matter, but I mean, you have a one in 1,000 here. I mean, they're just pulling one. So
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you with this. It's just, do you like to gamble?
I do.
But if you
Who
miss
doesn't
out,
like
you're
to
gonna be
gamble?
pissed. You're gonna be like,
Well,
this sucks.
missing out is not like I end up with 50 power. Missing out is I end up with like 350, right?
Yeah.
300 worst case scenario, something like that.
Well, and that's the estimated
Matt.
collection strength. This isn't. They're not messing with you. Yeah, that
Yeah.
is what it is.
Mark, for next week's show, should we put that on Twitch because it's a game? It'll be Matt just buying Mars stuff, man. Matt twitching for Mars. He'll
I
be
don't
all
know.
over.
The rules are so messed up with the play to earn stuff. It's like, I think initially they said they don't want people to do it, but I think if you're big enough, they don't give a shit. Yeah.
What's
Play
our
to earn.
Twitch followers at 4? So I think we're pretty good.
We should push. Should we push our Twitch channel? I mean, guys.
Did we Twitch anything? Have
You
we
guys should
Twitched?
follow our Twitch channel. It's just the refractor line, right?
Is there anything on our Twitch channel?
I don't think so.
Is that it? The refractor. Yeah, I suppose, right? Yeah.
That looks right.
Join the Twitch channel. I didn't even know. Is that link going to take me there? Did I do it wrong?
What did you do then?
Who knows? But yeah, we still have a Twitch channel. We used to do it more.
Well, that's how we started. Is we started doing on Twitch.
Yeah, that's we started on Twitch. And Twitch was weird because we were doing a podcast talk show stuff that Twitch, it didn't really have a space for us. Cause the card collectors, you'd have the pack breakers, and then you'd have like sports talk shows, and we
Yep.
were kind of in between. I mean, we're not here to sell you pack breaks. I mean, I find that kind of. Oh, someone followed us. Did you hear the ding?
I did.
Oh wait, oh geez, the follows are still around. Yeah, hey, thanks for the follow, whoever did that. I don't know if that popped
We should
up.
get the notification, whoever did
Oh,
it.
we'll move our follow notification to the top if anyone wants to follow. Yeah, but early on, so there's no space in Twitch for it.
For guys like us, yeah.
So it was kind of, we were in between categories. So then we started putting videos on YouTube, and that's where we got the traction. So there it is, Jody.
Hey, thanks,
Thanks for
Jody.
the follow.
Our like pre-recorded shit still, like for those who watch the stream us now, pre-recorded shit on YouTube, like the videos we put up, those obviously do much better. Like as far as
Who did it
views
again?
and
Oh,
stuff. 'Cause I think
Sandwich.
I think-
Man, you guys are great.
Oh, you guys are cool. Yeah, because all our recorded videos, that is us most of the time. Yeah, almost doing exclusively like live on Twitch and then posting it on YouTube, and it'd just be I'd add a rundown I think on the side. It'd really be the difference. Danny, what's up?
Thank you, Danny.
Yeah, maybe we should push it Twitch more. I mean, we could co-stream. We really don't mess with it because there's like I said, there's nowhere for us on Twitch. We're no man's land. We're just kind of hanging in between places. Soft cans.
You guys are the best.
You guys are awesome.
Man,
Yeah. Oh, man.
so many polite people.
Yeah, no, you guys are the best. Yeah, absolutely. That's super cool. But yeah, I mean, the Twitch stuff, I mean, it was just kind of one of those tough things. So my advice, if you're someone new who wants to get into this stuff, man, start out on YouTube, dude. Do the other stuff there. Ninja, awesome.
Ninja Triton, thank you.
Thank you. And yeah, Twitch is always cool too. Maybe we'll go back to that. I know they used to do the tabletop game stuff for MetaZoo.
Thank you, Unprofessional.
Unprofessional, love it. And the tabletop game stuff is so hard to see. You can't see shit. I mean, they would do the tournaments and stuff with MetaZoo on them. You can't read anything. I mean, it was terrible. They need something better than tabletop.
Thank you, Slim Clark.
Thank you. Oh man, yeah. I'll leave the. You know what? I'll leave these up just forever. Like even when we're not, someone will surprise us. We had a couple of fun ones where we were just doing like we're just talking to people on the Discord.
Thank you, Greasy Kumi.
Oh man, but yeah, we were talking to people on the Discord and stuff, and we would like just be recording a video we're gonna put up on YouTube and get like a follow on Twitter, and that was always always fun.
Thank you, Young Cheesy.
I haven't twitched in a while.
Yeah.
Hey, the following's growing. Hey guys, yeah, be a friend, tell a friend. Like I said, I think our following will grow because we're making people money, and like guys, pay attention. We're pretty good, especially Doug.
You're not wrong.
I don't want to pat you on the back. Make your head any bigger than it needs to be. But he's not fucking around. Doug has been through the tough part that you don't need to go through. He's done it before, so. Listen, he knows what he's doing.
Well, that's true. You know what? The one thing I do want to point out, though, the cool thing about just popping by our Discord stuff is you do get like a big difference of opinion that aren't just ours, and you hear about things. We didn't even touch on our elephants today, Mark. And elephants, the cards were posted in our Discord. Somebody pulled some dope-looking elephants.
They
The
look
card
pretty
stock is nice. They look nice. I'm telling you guys, like this elephant thing, and we'll touch more about that on. Maybe we'll do that on Monday.
Friday?
Just kind of show some cards it's got. But I'm telling you, man, there are some nice ways to make money that aren't just like, you know, what we touched on the show. They're not just Funkos. They're not just Kickstarter TCGs. They are things like Parabolics out there that we talk about. There are, hell, I was talking to Devin Hester rookies like weeks and weeks and weeks ago, and now they've tripled in value, the Topps Chrome ones, or more. Special edition ones have gone way up. So there's weird things that I'm into that I just throw into the Discord that maybe don't have a place here on this show, Mark. Like my exquisite Devin Hesters. I don't know. I mean, there's not really a place for me to flex and just say, hey.
Stamps?
Stamps.
And stamps, dude. There's stamps. Look, I could go into that too. It's something for me that just is on my radar now because briefly CGC sent out an email, or CCG, I think is the name of their parent company, right? And they're saying, look, we're going to bring our stamp grading service to the United States. I was like, what the fuck? You have a stamp grading service? And where is it? It's in China, because stamp grading, I guess, in China is kind of a thing that they were doing very well on, because there's a lot of Chinese stamp collectors, and they're bringing it to the States. And I'm like, I looked around. There's not really a very good stamp grader in the United States, at least not with the backing that CGC has, or CCG, I'm sorry, with the money behind them to do it. This is something to put on your radar, gang. I'm not a stamp expert. I'm not that guy, but this is something that's on my radar, and I'm going to keep an eye on it. Worth loading. And I think their stamp grading arm is called ASG. So if you want to check it out and see how they're doing with the Chinese stamps, there you go.
Yeah.
More of that on Discord.
Well, and that's something like what's nice about the Discord is we throw around ideas and we can help each other. Where someone might know something more about it, and that's something especially with the Mars stuff. Is there were people who knew a lot more about crypto than I did, and that really kind of helped me understand a lot more options you have with moving around this coin and things like that. So definitely join the Discord.
Discord and Twitch it.
Join the Discord, join the Twitch, be a friend, tell a friend, guys. Absolutely. Like, subscribe, all of that stuff. We will be back Friday, Doug. Is that right?
Oh, yeah, Friday. Shit, I forgot there's a show Friday. Yeah, no, I'll be there. I'll be there, gang.
Yeah, Friday, 4 o'clock.
Yeah, 4 o'clock.
Hope everybody, it's a nice couple days. Knock into the weekend here. We'll be flying in there. Doug, any last words? Anything else you got to say?
No, man, just have a good couple of days, guys. We'll see you Friday.
Matt, got anything else?
Hello to our friends in Australia.
Hello to Australia. All right, guys, as we always say, and end it. Pull the big one! All right, peace, guys. Have a great week.